Well, the race for the World Series crown is down to 8, and a capacity crowd is in postseason form as we get you ready for this one. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Chicago Cubs.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, here are Terry Collins' New York Mets. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
I'll tell you what, this team has their ace on the mound, so it's probably not going to take a whole lot of offense to get a win for them.
Jake Arrieta will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does, but defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
David Wright will come forward to lead things off as this NL Division Series is about to take flight.
And these guys come in here on a high following their wild card victory. So even though they won't have the home field advantage, they do have that momentum going for them. And a postseason win under their belts already.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
Neil Walker will stand in, held hitless in the wild card game victory.
Yeah, and they wound up not needing him in that victory, but if they plan on making any noise in these playoffs, he's going to have to be a guy they lean on.
Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. Very nice afternoon, high skies, and 77 degrees at game time. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Well, that may have been a borderline call right there, but you know what? He's going to get those calls sometimes. He's a big-name pitcher out there, and that can certainly play into your favor.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond's a very fair umpire, Matt. Calls a pretty standard strike zone. Usually not a lot of complaints either way.
And this is a strike 3 call. Whoa, caught a break there. 2 away.
Batting third, center fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Yoenis Cespedes will stand in, one of the heroes of the wild card game victory that got him into this division series.
Yeah, he had some pressure-filled at-bats in that ball game. He delivered in a big way.
Low for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. swing and a miss, 1-1.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Arrieta's got his target, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter,
and we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
yeah, you know, you have to be careful with Daddy Longlegs himself, Dexter Fowler. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
Noah Syndergaard gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the division series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the defense for the New York Mets. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
And if there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Swing and a looper to left. Conforto ranging forward. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Now to the plate, Chris Bryant, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Well, when it's warm like this, you really have to keep the ball down. You try to keep guys from hitting it in the air because it will absolutely carry. That's 2 pitches in a row that were elevated.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
And sometimes, you know, you just got to learn that harder isn't always better. You've got to be able to dial that fastball down a few miles an hour and make sure you keep it in the strike zone.
Anthony Rizzo takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Jorge Soler set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
And a dive, but he's back. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Runners on the move for second. Hard liner toward short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing in the Cubby first. On to the second now from Wrigley with no score. Lucas Duda makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Arrieta into the windup. 0-2 on its way. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Now, people describe this guy as throwing a heavy sinker. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's hard to explain why that's the case, but it's true. When you run into a guy with a good sinker and lots of movement on it, it just feels like you're hitting a bowling ball. The ball just doesn't go anywhere.
And 2 quick outs here in the second.
And this is one of those guys that throws what you call a heavy sinker. Normally he's going to get a lot of ground balls, but he leaves this one up in the zone. And I think he's lucky that this ball didn't get hit farther than it did.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Just overmatched him there.
To 2-2 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2. Curtis Granderson would be next. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ben Zobrist strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Ben Zobrist.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You think he was looking for a fastball there? I think he was. That's about as hard a hit ball as you're going to see him. He was right on that one.
Here's Jason Hayward now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Bounce to first. Duda's up with it, and this will wind up working as a sacrifice as he steps on first, allowing the runner to move into second.
Yeah, you know, I think if you're more than a step or two away from the bag, your best bet is just to go to second with this ball. Here he just takes a little too much time getting to the base to have a realistic shot at 2.
Here's Addison Russell as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
This one's flared out toward left. Conforto over to his left, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to baseball on the show from Wrigley Field. Curtis Granderson will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and when your team still doesn't have a hit, you'll appreciate a call like that once in a while.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Arrieta gets the sign. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. 1-2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, one away.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. Looped out toward third, but a quick glove at third, and there are two gone.
Batting ninth, pitcher.
Strikeout and a soft liner here, and he's had no problems with this inning so far at all.
Noah Syndergaard will stand in now with two away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. That's wide, 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
In the air to straightaway right. Hayward over to his right, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jake Arrieta digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Of all the people to lose the strike zone against in this lineup, he's got to be out there thinking, how is this happening against the pitcher?
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Don't be surprised if he still doesn't have the green light on 3-1.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. And that can't find the zone either. It's ball 4, and on just 5 pitches, he's walked the pitcher, leading off the inning.
And that's what I call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls a strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And after a walk, I think there's a little anger behind that fastball.
A runner at first with no outs here. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
As far as pitchers go, it seems like you're never far away from working out of danger if you've got that good sinking fastball. Here he's going to start this pitch right in the strike zone and then let it bear straight down. And at the plate, it's tough to do anything with it but hit it on the ground.
Chris Bryant is into the box, reached base via the walk in his first appearance. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you're just grooving.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Not turned loose there. I thought that he might be swinging with 2 away, but apparently not.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And take a good look there as this misses for ball 4, and the Cubs have themselves a 2-out base runner.
He thought he had him right there. You can see him looking to home plate asking, where was that? High? You got to be kidding me.
Anthony Rizzo will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 0-1 delivery. Grounded back up the middle. Cabrera's there. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more from Game 1 after this. David Wright will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Arrieta's ready. Here's the first pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Making a bid here to pick up their very first hit of the ball game. This might have been their best opportunity so far. You know, it's certainly hit hard enough. But he's got it in his sights out there in the outfield, and he's able to put it away and keep him out of the hit column.
Here's Neil Walker. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. Rizzo is there for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Grounded to short. Russell's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Jorge Soler is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
And Showbread.
Ben Zobrist will dig in. He singled his first time around. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. One and 2, here it comes. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To Cabrera for 1. On to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now.
Boy, that's the great thing about having a good sinker, and it seems like a lot of times, even when guys do get a hit off of you, the next guy's going to come up and ground into a double play anyway. We've seen it before, and that's exactly what happens here.
Here's Jason Hayward now. And a ball, 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but Most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Hot shot to third. Gloved by Wright. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Through 4. Still tied. Nothing. Lucas Duda to stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
The windup and the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Travis d'Arnaud is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. It's sharply toward third, but quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the 2nd out. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Michael Conforto digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Here comes the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Halfway home, still no score. Addison Russell comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Hit down the third base line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Squared that one up just a little late. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Grounded to third. Throw by Wright is in time for out number 1.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher, Miguel.
1 away now for Miguel Montero. First offering on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Corner paint right there, 97 miles an hour. What are you going to do with that?
No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Duda makes the play here. 2 gone now.
The pitcher,
The first thing a pitcher does when he walks out of the tunnel here at Wrigley, he'll take a look at those flags and see which way they are blowing. I mean, this place, it can play like two totally separate ballparks from one day to the next.
Jake Arrieta will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
After walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Curtis Granderson will dig in now as he'll lead things off for the Mets in their half of the 6th.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Yeah, no mistake about that one. That one's right there.
1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Oh, I think you'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Good battle. Count remains full. And this is swung on and missed by Granderson, and that's the first down of the inning.
Well, right now, that fastball has been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Noah Syndergaard stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Out in front of it, strike 1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Dexter Fowler will dig in. He's flown out and hit into a double play in 2 trips.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
First delivery to him on the way. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
This is pulled into right. Oh, and this deflects right off him. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Oh, and a great way to kick off the inning here. That's going to get the go-ahead run to second base with that double. And, you know, even though it's still the 6th, you'd love to find a way to grab that lead right now and hopefully just let your bullpen take it home from here.
Chris Bryant will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
Yeah, that's two really good breaking balls in that sequence. Here's the last one. And at the plate, he's probably thinking, I'm not going to see that same pitch again. But they go right back to it. They double up with it, and they get him to swing and miss again.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Conforto is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
And now looking back on this inning, the failure to get the guy to third in the previous at-bat probably cost him a run there. Sometimes these seem like little mistakes at the time, but now he's still at second with two away.
Jorge Soler is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one. Two out here and a runner at second. A little bouncer. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more from game one after this. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Seventh inning coming up now in game one as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. David Wright will stand in here to start the seventh. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now pitch swung on and missed as they get ahead of right now, 0-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
Chop foul with the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. To short. Gloved by Russell. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Neil Walker will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
2 more ground outs, and that's the product of throwing that sinker. Just about every time you swing at it, you're either going to hit the top of it or miss it altogether. And if you do hit it, you're going to be killing all the worms out there in front of home plate.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Maybe the pressure of the no-hitter getting to him a bit.
Yeah, 2-0 now. He's got to be careful it doesn't all go up in smoke right here.
2-1 after the foul ball there. 2 out, nobody on. Chop foul over towards the dugout. 3-2 now.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because
and he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Mets go down 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Ben Zobrist steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. In there at the knees, strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Cespedes is right there, one down.
Well, only 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game, but when you've got that slow stuff, keeping guys off balance, you don't need to rely on strikeouts.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. 1 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Conforto giving chase. 2 gone.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. He's up to 82 now, so he's been able to keep that count fairly low and not run up too many high-stress innings.
Addison Russell will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. In there, no balls and a strike.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. We are still scoreless. Lucas Duda comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Now we'll look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers, and these home fans have been treated to a real gem, as evidenced by that big oval-shaped number in the hit column on the right side of your screen. Travis d'Arnaud will take another shot here. He's flied out and lined out in 2 trips.
Well, 0 for 2, but he's taken some decent hacks. Could see a better result in this at-bat.
And this is low, ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. still 2-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. So with one gone in the 8th, we'll get a look at our line score, and I promise not to jinx anything, so I'll just invite our viewers to check out the hit column for the visiting team, as that promises to be the story for the 8th and 9th innings. First pitch coming, here it is. Michael Conforto is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Another one sent foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him. So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans can feel it now as the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Still no score. Miguel Montero digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
High in the air. Right, just to the left of the mound. Oh, he botched it.
Being out there during day games, I can tell you, there's no fun trying to find the baseball against a high sky like this, and here, he just doesn't pick it up.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Jake Arrieta will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
Trying to move the runner into scoring position here, but this is a foul ball. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Runs up and gets this one down. And a rather easy first out.
Well, I think this is going to wind up working pretty much like a sacrifice, but I don't think that's what he had in mind. This wasn't a show early and make sure you get it down kind of a bunt. He was trying to beat that one out, but a good throw is going to take care of him.
Here comes the first pitch. Dexter Fowler swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with one away. High in the air and deep to left center field. Cespedes going back. Gone! A two-run shot that gives them the lead. So a two-run shot to left center. His first homer so far in the series, as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
Boy, and for how well he's pitched so far, It's hard to believe that he could stand to be the losing pitcher, but that's the scenario he faces now as he serves up the lead on this home run.
Well, now here comes the Mets manager, Terry Collins, on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart after getting one out here in the 8th, but he's in line to take the loss, barring a late turnaround. Addison Reed will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning. Chris Bryant will be the first one to greet him as he'll start fresh here with the bases empty following the home run.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ball game. Maybe something will change for him.
Here's another one that's drilled. This one to left. Conforto has to range back a ways, but he makes the catch in front of the ivy for out number 2.
Wow, that's dangerously close to being back-to-back home runs. This ball just didn't have enough carry to it, so winds up being a warning track out.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Metropolitans. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Javier Baez will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 9, Javier Baez.
Curtis Granderson will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
David Ross is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Put yourself in the shoes of that man right there. What's going through his mind right now?
Well, I would guess he's trying to approach his 9th inning the same way he has earlier, but come on, we know his heart's racing. You just got to focus on the glove and trust what your catcher's calling, because he's done a heck of a job also.
So he made it through 8 full innings, which is no small feat, let me tell you, but the no-hit bid will end right here as he surrenders hit number 1 here in inning number 9. Doggone, I was hoping we were going to see it that time. Asdrubal Cabrera will stand in now, and on the mound with the no-hitter a thing of the past, the focus has to turn to finishing this one off.
Yeah, they'll let him keep going to try to maybe get that one-hit shutout. But he's got to be careful to avoid a letdown right here because he's not home yet.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Ripped on the ground to first. To second for 1. Onto the pitcher covering in time. It's a double play.
Up next,
Oh, man. That's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man on to start the 9th, and things are looking up. But then this is a made-to-order double play ball, and suddenly you're just an out away from this game being over.
Alejandro De Aza will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Hot shot toward third, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Just the second hit they've got against him so far as we check on his numbers to this point. He's pretty much been in control all afternoon, so we'll see if he can keep that string of zeros going.
David Wright will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Aroldis Chapman is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 54, Aroldis Chapman.
The fastball here as you'll take a look at ball 1-0. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Low and away as he misses again, 2-0. And it looks like they're not going to give in to the big fella here. 3-0 now to right.
And obviously a walk here would be a big no-no with 2 outs in the ninth. You cannot put that tying run on base.
And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? 41,118 on their feet here at Wrigley. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
And you just had the feeling that even though they were down to their final strike, they were not going to go down easily. And now they're going to keep this game alive for at least one more batter.
Neil Walker stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
And this is cut on and missed, so the Mets are down to their final strike now.
And on the mound, you can tell he's not in here to mess around. He means business.
And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Yeah, you know, this game kind of felt like it could have been played back in 1968. Very well played, very low scoring, very quick game, too. I'll tell you, I could go for a few more of these this year. That'd be okay by me.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 2-0. So long from Wrigleyville.
Here now is our final.